just make a way. God, I need a way out. Way to escape from all this pain. God, I need a.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Pete Taylor here. 2 Miami, 1 Mike. We over here on a good Saturday. Good Saturday. Hope everybody doing good. I got some good people in here with me today. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. I'm gonna edit. Please let them know who you are, sir.
What's going on? I'm Eddie Sharp, licensed professional counselor in Birmingham, Alabama.
My man, I so appreciate you coming in.
Hey, no problem at all, man.
Johnny.
It's me, Johnny Palmer Peter. My best friend will be kicking for a while. This is proof that when you put your mind to something, you have a vision, this is what you get right here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. Well, we got a special topic to talk about today. What I'm pretty much calling this show is the provider's pressure. So, as a man, do you feel like your value is tied to what you provide? That's what we're going to talk about today. Men's value and their provisions. They say society equates manhood with provision. So the more I can do, the more of a man I am, pretty much.
Amen.
And I know me myself from being raised the way I was raised. That's the way, how it is in my mind. And, one of the main reasons I wanted you on today is so we can look at it from a lot of different standpoints. Give me a little something.
I had to deconstruct from those things.
Okay.
They're not practical or sustainable, right?
Okay.
In therapy, I work with a bunch of men, mostly black men. At a certain point, they realize this is tearing me up. Or resentment is starting to build for the people that I'm providing for because they not really giving me a return on my investment. And this is the problem.
Okay.
The problem is society has put us in a position as men to market ourselves as not needing anything. So the marketing strategy we gave our family at the beginning was, we good, I don't need nothing. All I need is for y'all to be good. That is not sustainable because at some point you're going to realize, dang, I do need some shit. And so deconstructing from that and recovering, it started to believe that you're supposed to have something too.
Okay.
I think that's why I'm in now.
Yeah, I can see that too because I know, like I said, me and him, we talk a lot and we have a lot of the same, values when it comes to this stuff. So, like when you say that, long as that's my main statement. As long as my family is good, I'm good.
And we know that ain't true now.
Yeah, you good until you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's sustained for a long time as long as you feel like, the value is what you give, you're good. But once you realize that what you get, you should be getting something back for what you give. Once you get to the point where you realize, I think I should be getting something back, resentment start to build. And what happens is that anger kind of transfers to the family, but it's your marketing strategy that they operating off of.
Let me tell you a little something about the things I experienced, and I know this, and I know we all go through this as men. And you know how, me, I go out and work. I'm the grass cutter, the plumber, the electrician, everything. I want to make my family good. But then, now as I'm getting older, I sit around and I be like, wait a minute. Like the old folks say, I came home and I ain't got no dinner. Wait a minute now. I know this house supposed to be clean. I got 2 girls back there that ain't doing that. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm supposed to be getting as much as I put out. You know what I mean? So in my mind now, I still do what I gotta do, but it's like, now, hey, why should I be doing all this and I ain't getting no return? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
That's a part of how that resentment begins to build. When you start to get that point, where the system starts to break down is you communicate what you need with all of the frustration that you've been building. It's a different conversation if from day one you say, hey y'all, this is what I need. I'm putting into this system. So girls, I want y'all to clean up. Boys, I want y'all to do yard work. Wife, I like, dinner to be cooked. If that's the arrangement we got. And you communicate it differently if you communicated on day one. But if you wait until the day 1,001,
Okay.
and it been building up for 1,000 days, you gonna be like, why y'all ain't cooking?
Come out wrong.
Why y'all ain't clean?
Yeah.
Why them yards miss? You didn't come out like that.
So you say you gotta learn how to pull back and dial back because it's not real in reality what you trying to put out there. So when did you start to dial back and how do you dial it back?
You have to realize that you have frustration from what you've been given. You have anger, and you can't communicate from that place. They don't know nothing different. They just know that daddy doing what daddy do, and daddy doing what he told us he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Husband, partner, doing what he told us he was gonna do. They don't know nothing. They just living life regular. If you come in like a whirlwind, they gonna be like Tuscaloosa in the storm. They gonna be like, what happened? We ain't want ready for this. So you got to be aware enough of yourself to say, I have to communicate what I need from them like it's day one. So when I talk to me, this you gotta give a new marketing strategy for your family. You gotta be ready to tell your family, hey y'all, I know for some time daddy really said he didn't need, husband really said he didn't need, but I want y'all to know that I do need. And I want to prepare y'all for what it looked like when daddy need, because I've been feeling like I've been carrying it for a while and I have. But now I want to communicate to y'all that I need. And you gotta figure out what walking them into the deep of what you need from the shallow looks like. You can't just throw them into the deep. Throw them into the deep is how they gonna be like, daddy done changed up. Daddy mean.
And
Daddy
they
angry.
might break down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where relationships between daddies and kids start getting tainted. That's where relationships with husband and wife or partners start to get tainted, where you don't throw them all into the deep end of what you need because of that resentment, when you really need to be aware of your feeling at that moment so that you can be like, what does level 1 of letting them know look like? What does level 2 of letting them know look like? If you go straight to 10, you finna fuck the family up.
Gotcha.
You know, that's the thing where I had got it in my mind. I'm gonna lead by example. So if I get out and I get off or go finish doing what I'm doing, not get home, something's not done, I go in there and show them that, hey, daddy can do this, y'all can do this, or husband can do this, you can do this. You know what I mean? And it didn't work.
Because nothing works without words. Nothing works without words. Leading by example is only as good as how much you prime somebody for that change. Because again, if daddy always do everything, that's just another thing daddy doing. You know, it's not daddy showing us that he needs us to do that stuff. So the conversation with the kids should be sitting on the bed corner and say, hey baby girl, I need y'all to be a little bit more intentional about how y'all take care of the house, okay? This is what I want y'all to have done by 6. And it's okay if y'all don't get it perfect every time, but we're gonna transition to that. So it's a long game. Mm-hmm. You're trying to teach kids how to be adults. This ain't, I just need the house clean today because I need it clean today. Mm-hmm. You're nurturing change into them, not forcing change into them now. You know what I'm saying? Wife too, girlfriend too. It's from the campaign that you done had with them for how many years, you gotta change it slowly and periodically to avoid breaking it. It's just like if y'all don't know anybody that had to have an organ replaced, your body rejects that new organ. You gotta have a whole bunch of medication and a bunch of stuff for your body to get ready to accept that new organ. It's the same concept. You can't just force a change immediately and expect the whole system to adjust right now. You needing to change, need to be willing to adjust that thing gradually, gently, firmly. Like I said, walking them in from the shallow to the deep. Oh, this is what I need.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna have a truthful moment right here. I suck at communication. Mm-hmm. I'm horrible. I am horrible. And I know I'm probably not the only man that's bad at communication. So with me being bad at my communication, so what I'm trying to just figure out what steps do I take? I mean, I know I got to figure out me first. So I know the first thing I need to do is call you.
You need to hit me up.
That's the first thing. We'll talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, and all this information will be given out today. So anybody who needs that help, we're gonna get you to it. Throwing that out there right now. So I'm be the first one to say I need the help.
So it depends on how you're bad at communication.
Okay.
Are you bad at communication because you have a limited threshold of frustration? So if people ain't hearing you, you get mad quick and they blow up all the communication? Is it that you can't really find the words to say what it is you want to say and it seems like people misunderstand you when you want to? Or are you not assertive enough? And it's like you do stuff passively and they not really grasping onto it with the urgency you need them to grasp onto it. How are you bad at communication?
So it just figuring out what's the bad part, then going from there.
Yeah, I'm asking you. How do you think you're bad at communication?
Man, I'm a combination of all of them. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man. I'm a Rick.
Everybody bad at communication until they ain't. Okay? Communicating is learning how to do it. A big part of it now is understanding how our communication came to suffer from our childhood. Now, in the black community, we grew up where kids will be seen not to be heard, don't be speaking when grown folks is talking.
Okay.
And a lot of parents they don't treat kids like future adults.
Yeah.
They treat them like kids in my house all the time.
Yeah.
So a kid can be 17 years old, a day from away from 18, and they still get treated like a 10-year-old by a parent. They have been taught how to communicate, have been given the freedom to express their feelings or emotions. If you say I'm depressed, they won't be like, you can go depress them dishes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They minimize your experiences. That's a common black household experience.
This is where we come from. And when I say we, it is because I know them like a book. So we communicated softly, and it's not heard.
Mm-hmm.
We communicated aggressively, and it's not heard. I'm not putting the hands on nobody, not choking nobody out. And then, when it's still not heard, we shut down and get quiet. And that's when things tend to get done. When you shut down and get quiet and I don't want to be bothered and you looking like this or watching TV and ignoring people, that's when the things seem to get done.
It only gets done for a time though.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed forever. It gets done until, because you're a social creature too. Being quiet ain't sustainable for you either. So at some point you get back to your regular self and they get back to their regular self.
Yeah.
So when you quiet, they be like, oh, something wrong with that. Let's clean out.
Yeah.
Clean up.
Yeah.
You know, it be like that. But you want sustainable long-term change. And so you got to find a space where my communication is struggling. What's keeping me from being heard? And again, them listening to you is fighting against that marketing campaign that you put against yourself. So for me, a big part of it is priming them for a big change. You know? And even sitting down with everybody one-on-one and being like, okay, this is the change I need to see from you. How many kids you got?
4 girls.
All girls?
All girls.
What changes? You need to figure out what changes it's going to be. Of your girls, one of your girls is most likely to be one that's going to cut grass one day.
Yeah,
Which
I
one?
try to teach them all, but I know Angel might do it. Trinity will do it sometimes.
But-
fun, you know what I mean?
With 4 girls, you don't have the luxury of just saying all of y'all gonna cook, all of y'all gonna wash dishes. You know, there are some girls who are more equipped to be outside doing that kind of work, and that's where you want to find those girls. Hey, baby girl, I want you to come out and cut grass.
I know who's soft.
Exactly. So it got to start with like conversations with them about what's gonna change. You know, and not only that, but like being intentional about spending time with each of them one-on-one so that they get their own time with you so that they can get to know daddy and understand what daddy's needs become.
And see, that's one of my biggest problems. You got to where you don't want to grab one and take her out there, and then the other's like, well, I could have went, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Most of my girls want to go at the same time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I got to learn how to divide that space and say, hey, I date night tonight, or I date night tomorrow night. Get a schedule, and then it got to match my own schedule.
Yeah.
Because I do so much. I got my hands in so much. Yeah. Friends, family, relationship, all that type of stuff. So I got to find that time.
And it could work like having all of them together as long as the other one will be okay with the focus of the conversation being on one of them. And also understanding the dynamics between your girls. Which one of them is jealous of the other one? Which one would have a struggle with daddy spending time with
They're
one
not the
person?
same.
Yeah, it's so many. I know. With 4 different kids, you got at least 3 different dynamics.
Yeah.
And the 2 kids that may be close to each other ain't close in the same way.
All of them got my attitude in some type of way. And I'd be like, Lord have mercy.
But what's the age ranges?
See, there you go. 9, 13, 14, 16.
Oh, these are headache years.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's
I still headache,
it's
but
not
not.
rough on me because all of them got somewhere they trying to go. You know what I mean? They concentrating on, well, I want to go to college, one want to be nail tech, one want to be, she want to take care of pets, little heaven, she don't care right now. She like, whatever. But she had got into basketball, so I like that too.
Yeah. But yeah.
So, yeah. Hey man, I feel like I'm owe you for this. We go eat or something. But one of the other things that one of the main things we want to talk about is providing. So we, as a man being a provider, and out of nowhere, your visions are cut off. And like right now, there's a lot of that going on. I know I got a few people that's watching right now that's going through that because I'm going through it with him. He's going through that with him. What can you say to, you know what I'm saying, us, or you know, tell us like, hey, because a lot of us lost right now.
A lot of us are lost.
Let me give you some places to go real quick. I'm gonna just say this. When it comes to a man, I feel like everything is right now. Hey, the grass is grown 3 inches and it ain't to us, I'm gonna get it cut like this. Hey, man, can you come cut the grass? Or the AC out. It ain't, everything is right now. But when it comes to a woman, it's, I do when I feel like it, or I get to it. And we know when our women say something, or our children need something, as men, we gotta have it. And losing a job, to a lot of us is let me tell you the emotions I went through. I was anxious, I was sad, I was mad, a little depressed went into it, and then I always go thinking like who I am, because I can do a lot of stuff like I told you. But for some other folks, they didn't have it.
You're right. I understand that experience. I mean, I've been working for myself since 2015 because I got let go of my job at the time and was like, bro, I got rent to pay. You know, but it worked out because it worked out. When I talked about deconstructing these systems at the beginning, the idea of having to be the provider had to be a part of that. Because all of that is capitalism and white supremacy. See, as black men, we don't necessarily have the same access to resources that white men have to provide for their family.
Yeah.
So I always talk about how white supremacy, patriarchy, capitalism, democracy all came over here on the same slave boat. And we got took from what we were doing in Africa and we were given all of these systems. That's white people stuff to be the provider, to be provision, you know, versus having an equitable system. But now, since we operate under that system, the way that we navigate that is we have to communicate seeking equitable partnership. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you say like, in reality, yeah, when the AC ain't working, you gotta do it day one, but if you wasn't there with your family, your lady would have to get that AC together because he ain't gonna work for nobody. Like, she would have to get it together too. Like, as adults, we do got to get it together. And so I think that I think a lot of what we do because of that system is we minimize what our partners can do because we make it our responsibility to do so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like a self-inflicted wound. You know what I'm saying? We condition ourselves to say, no, we got it. It's that marketing campaign. I got it. Y'all just sit over there on the couch. You got it. And doing that for too long is gonna condition a partner to be like, well, I don't really got to have the urgency because he got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would be the same thing as if you was at a job and you had a partner and every time an issue came up, he pop up and he go do the issue.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you ain't even gonna try to pop up. You just gonna let him pop up and go do it. These are real regular human dynamics that we gender, but they don't have to be gendered.
You see that all the time.
Yeah.
When you like say in my job, I see that all the time where they were just so used to the one person getting it that they just shut down. You know
Everybody just sit down and it becomes that when you're in a relationship. The new struggle becomes how do you get that from a partner after that pattern has been constructed? After you popped up quickly for so long, do you have a partner that will begin getting up now?
And when they don't do What would I did? What would I would have done back in the day?
But yeah, that's where it's not about trying to get them to do it now. It's that long term.
Mhm.
It's that, hey, the way that we've been operating, we really got to be real about it now. Because one, capitalism is.
I got somebody told me to slide around just a little bit in the camera.
Okay. Capitalism got us paying high gas prices, paying high
Yes.
groceries, rent going up like crazy. It's no longer becoming sustainable to say and take pride in being a provider. We need to take pride in being community. We need to take pride in being equitable. Like white people can have that piece. We need to be like, how do we unify and share wealth and share resources and do that within the home too? How do I as a man share community with my woman and not feel like I got to be the one taking care of and doing everything?
So, you know, when you saying that, like that's still kind of rough for me because, like I said, and I know you say you have to recondition some things, and which I know I got a lot of stuff I got to recondition because it's just in my head like if you can't take care of everything, then can't nothing be taken care of.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. But the thing that we don't calculate and the patriarchy don't allow us to calculate into it is what happens when you break both of your ankles cutting grass. And you can't. Because if society tells you that you are money and you treat yourself like money and now you no longer bring money, what do you see in the mirror?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when this whole situation happened, I looked in the mirror like, hey man, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah, it hit you, man. Like,
It hit you hard.
There's been times where I done sit back and be like, and my wife, she make her own money. She gonna help wherever she can help. She see me down, I got you. You know what I mean? That's what I got now. But back in the days, it was like, man, if I don't get out here and break my back, we gonna be messed up because she in there sitting on the couch waiting on me to get it.
With the same system that tell you supposed to get it, tell her that you're supposed to get it. And the only person that can tell her that you don't supposed to get it is you. Society always gonna tell us the main white supremacy, capitalism, the systemic messages. Society gonna tell us that. The only person that can tell your person that you need is you, because you're the only person that know what you need. If you're not telling them what you need, which we struggle with, we don't be knowing what we need. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be like, I need this.
And we think we don't need nothing. Like, we think we don't need nothing.
Because if you're saying that you're just now getting to that point of realizing that you need things, you didn't even realize that you needed things when you were in that situation. You were mad at not getting nothing, but didn't know how to say what you needed. And that be that little crossroad we be in where the other person is a victim of that system too.
Yeah.
It ain't like they not giving us nothing. I believe most of them would be willing to give so much more if we could say we need more. We just don't know how to say what we need.
We think we're gonna hurt feelings or piss somebody off, or, you know what I mean? It's gonna be an argument. And I don't like to argue. I do not like to argue. Hey, don't get loud with me. Let's talk about it. When it comes to the point where you gotta be hammering, you know what, I do it. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean?
And see, I'm the way I shut down. That's just me. I don't care what it is. It's happy sad, I just shut down. Like, I'm not gonna argue. Okay. And that's it.
And so with men, what I've been working on is practicing using your voice. We don't have the luxury of silence anymore. At a certain point, you don't have the luxury of silence. You got to speak. And there's a part of engaging with men where you spend enough time in the barbershop, men gonna tell you why you can't tell women nothing because they're gonna use it against you. Man,
like, how many times I done heard that?
We don't have the luxury to give a fuck about that. We just don't. If they use it against us, my energy is, hey, listen, this is the kind of response that I need from you when I communicate like this. And I know that communicating like this is kind of new, but I want to help you communicate the way that I need you to. So you can have that one, but when I come back to you, this is what I need. Because again, if you've never communicated with them and never told them nothing, they got to default to whatever communication that they've had. And that might be from seeing how their mom and dad talk to each other, which might be crazy. And so you got to educate your partner about you. I talk a lot about being a student of my partner. I'm a student of the people that I engage with because I want to know everything about them. I want to know how to engage with them, and I want to be comfortable enough to let them know how to engage with me. If you're having a bad day, what do you need, a hug? Do you need to be left alone for a little while? Do you need to process some and then come to her? Or do you need her to come to you after you process? That's 5 different ways off the top.
And I learned it's nothing wrong with telling somebody, hey, I just want to, have this time, or I'm gonna just take a ride. I need to be with myself for a minute. And for a long time, I thought that was a problem. Like, hey, I just want to be left alone. But they ain't to be left alone for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is being left alone and never bringing what you needed to be left alone with dead. Because we ain't smooth enough for our partners not to realize that something going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know both of y'all done had a ton of instances where they say, hey, what's wrong? You be like, nothing. And it's something.
Yeah.
She ain't crazy. And you be like, I just need time to myself. The only thing that fixes them constantly doing that is having trust that you're going to come to them at some point and let them know this is what I was going through.
Okay.
If you do that, then they're going to leave you that time and not even say nothing. They'll be like, yeah, I know he'll bring it to me.
Mm-hmm.
He'll bring it to me when he gets time. But if you never bring it to them, they're going to be worried about it. Because a thing that we have to realize is that not only are we having an experience, but other people are experiencing us having an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are experiencing you when you have your experience. Your partner is experiencing you when you have an experience. And if you don't let them know what that experience is, they always going to have a low level of anxiety about what you might be going through without ever getting the chance to know. And then there's a certain type of man that at some point going to be like, they don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm going through. Hell no, I don't know what you're going through. You don't know type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't not tell them nothing and then use that against them when they don't know it, when you the only one with the information that could share with them, but you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't bring you on here just to talk to me.
Listen. Okay. I'm gonna just when I do a lot of anti-patriarchy work. My platform on TikTok is anti-patriarchy. What that's going to sound like to a lot of men, because I believe because I'm a man, I work with a whole bunch of men, it's my job to educate men about how we can be better.
Yeah.
To a bunch of dudes that come off as me being a simp or a beta male or trying to give messages that women want to hear. Because in my comment sections, women be like, yeah. And it's like, I ain't talking to women, I'm talking to y'all. I don't really care how women are responding to me. And so I want this to be as much of a call in as it is a call out. I want it to be a healthy call in and a healthy call out, right? Because I'm not disconnecting myself from men and saying this is the struggle. I understand the struggle. I had to deconstruct to get myself out of the struggle. You know? So the things I'm saying, yeah, it's gonna hit us in the chest because we all going through it in some capacity. But I know that we can all get out of it once we acknowledge that that is the problem and what the root of it is. For example, like some of the diagnoses of these problems are, some of the symptoms of the problems are right, but the diagnosis is wrong, right? Okay. The symptom is I have resentment for my family because they're not giving me the stuff I need. And the diagnosis can be that my family don't want to give me nothing, don't want to help me, it's on them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you marketed yourself as not needing. Yeah. So it's more on you than it's on them.
That
now,
makes sense.
Once you change that marketing strategy and then they don't, now it's on them. Now it's on them. When you start walking them from that shallow to that deep, and they maybe 2 girls get with it, 2 girls don't. Now it's time to have a different conversation. Because I've done the communication, I've done the legwork, I've done everything. Some of us get it. Y'all don't, where the struggle at.
Yeah.
But it's on you to restructure that. You know, men in most relationships are in the hierarchy. They're the ones that set the tone for the family. If your tone set was that I don't need nothing, what would it make sense for them to change and believe something different in the middle of that without your permission? Without your consensus.
Yeah, you put in that. Matter of fact, we said that go ahead and give them your TikTok right now.
So it'd be talking everywhere. Now, I have made a sharp turn to food content.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, you got excited.
Hey, man. That's what you're gonna do right now. You know, you see why I've been doing this my whole life, man.
Bro, what do you mean when you said
He
that?
lit up there, but you know, either way,
If you scroll down on my TikTok, you'll find out my other content.
okay.
You know, but it's just having these kind of conversations ain't effective in that space because of a lot of men get frustrated seeing women agree, and they just automatically just push back against it because it make it seem like I'm talking to women. They start thinking along the line of Derrick Jackson or some dude that's just trying to get approval of women and whatnot, and that's just not the case.
So it's a lot of your stuff basically women agree because it's saying a lot of things that they want or they want to hear or they want their man to do.
If you scroll down my TikTok, there is not a video you can find that I'm talking to women. I'm talking to men, but what I'm saying aligns with men experiences just like I'm telling y'all, but it aligns with women having experienced men dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say, you know, she asked you what's wrong and you don't speak, when a woman hear that, she be like, yeah, that's right, you know, snapping her fingers and stuff. Men see that and they don't like how that look.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing. What I'm saying is the thing that y'all said is true for women too. Yeah, I spent years asking my husband what was going on, and he was like, nothing, I need to be left alone. And they're just saying, you right.
But do they understand that when men tell them what's wrong and what they're dealing with or what they need, when they blow it off so many times or ignore it, it's like, I ain't gonna tell her shit. Like, fuck it, she don't wanna hear it.
No, yeah, I mean, that's human stuff. It's the same thing you did that with your best friend.
Yeah, like,
If you blow it up, blow it off. But expressing that to them is more significant than shutting down. At some point, your last shutdown will have to be your last shutdown at some point.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you're gonna have to be like, you know what, let me address this in a different way. And I can always talk about, give your part of the script. Hey babe, when I come to you and I bring this kind of thing up, in order for me not to shut down, this is what I need from you.
Yeah.
I need you to say, okay babe, I got you, we'll figure this out later. Just when I bring something to you, just say those things in some capacity so that I can just get what's inside of me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, as we move on, take some liberty to give different kind of input. But this input is hurtful to me, and it makes me not want to continue engaging.
Mm.
It's okay to say that.
You still ain't gonna do it, is it?
Yeah.
But this man goes, look, this is, all right, this is a very difficult concept.
About you.
This is a very difficult concept, especially when you've been in a long-term relationship.
Mm.
But if a conversation that you have with your partner can break your relationship, then it should break your relationship.
Mm.
Because otherwise, you're maintaining your relationship through silence. And that is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. If you think you're preserving something by shutting down or by being quiet, you're not. You're just contributing to the inevitable end.
We didn't try that. And it did come to an end.
Yeah.
And it did come to an end.
Comes to a different kind of heat.
Like, man, I ain't gonna argue with her no more. Hey, whatever, this is whatever now.
And if your relationship is going to end, it needs to be ending with you being able to say, I communicated as much as I could. Not it ended and I don't even know what her thoughts was and she don't know what my thoughts was because I shut down and she shut down. And they're like, women don't shut down too. Women shut down too.
Yeah, they do.
People shut down. People who don't know how to communicate shut down.
Yeah.
It's a communication thing. You gotta push through the need to shut down. There's something inside you that's saying they're not gonna listen to you, you're not gonna be heard, your message is not gonna get across. So what's the point? Or they never listened before, they always get to this point, even when I do communicate, they don't do what I need to do with it, I'm gonna shut down. I'm saying that all those moments are opportunities to teach them how to do it better next time. You don't shut down, you teach them how to do it better next time. The next time, they don't do it just right. Over time, they'll be down to communicating, y'all be in sync with what y'all need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
The
lot, man. It's
Yeah,
a lot. I know it's a lot going on in this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, it is, but it's a lot of stuff that need to be said. I know it's a lot of stuff that I need to hear, and I'm 1,000% sure there's somebody out there looking right now, or may look next week.
Yeah.
And it's gonna need to be said from them. Far as like I said, our main thing was really gonna be talking about us and the men and emotions with the whole letting go and losing everything. If you could say something right now to those guys, like, hey, first off this, or second off that, like, just what kind of message would you like give to them right now, or just anybody who would be going through something like that?
Now, what's your preferred name on here?
My first name, Pete.
What's your preferred name on here?
JP.
JP. What I would say to anybody, I'm gonna use y'all's names and my name it is. You are Pete. You are not money. You are not provider. You are not provision. You are Pete first. You gotta tend to Pete first. Okay? You gotta tend to JP first. You are not money, you're not provider. I'm none of those things. I'm Eddie. When I look in the mirror, I see Eddie. All that shit is how I choose to allocate it from there. A lot of us look in the mirror and see those roles and duties that have been assigned to us by the system that we operate under, and who we are lies back behind it. Because when you lose your income, if you can see Eddie first, you move different versus if you just see money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You move different. You make different decisions if you see Pete instead of seeing provider.
Yeah, because a lot of people see you hurting or see you going through something, and they be like, "Oh shit, he'll be alright. He gonna be straight."
Yeah.
In actuality, you
Man.
need somebody.
Let me tell you something. And a lot of people say that, have said that. Oh man, I know what just happened, but you know what I'm saying, you strong, you get through
gonna be straight.
anything.
Yeah.
Man, do you know what that sounds like to me? I'm like, man, that's what I'm gonna hear right now.
Look, why that same thing don't go for them when they fucked up in their problem?
Yeah.
You don't say, "Oh, I got it. Let me call Pete or JP or Ed. Hey man, I'm fucked up." You know what I mean? Why you don't think about that when I'm fucked up?
Yeah, not man, you need to listen or nothing like that. Oh no man, I know you gonna be alright. You straight anyway.
You got a lot of shit going on.
And that comes down to another part of like, we nurture the communities that we have. We got to nurture the community that we have. Some of the people y'all talking about are probably who you knew from high school and college. You know, people who were just affixed to your environment, but somebody being in your environment don't mean that they in your community. You know what I'm saying? Just because they near you don't mean that they your people. You choose your people. My homeboys from high school and college, some of them, I have outgrown them. I have out-hustled them. I have out-matured them. There ain't no space in my community for them. Because they not the people that's gonna call me and check on me for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you cultivate the people who will call you and be present for you in the way you need them to be present. And those people are okay with you telling them how you need them to be present. Hey bro, I need you to check on me a couple times a week because I'm going through it a little bit right now, if you don't mind. Just hit me up and just like, let me seeing your name on the phone, pop up on the phone will be enough. And if you can give me a little conversation, I'll appreciate that. And that is another part of that silence that we practice. We don't even tell our partners that. We don't even tell our homeboys that that's what we need. Because there is the system built inside of us that says we are supposed to be on them islands. We are supposed to be able to figure it out. We are supposed to be able to hustle.
Man, listen to this. Since we got, what they said, laid off, or did they say fired?
They said laid off.
Since we got laid off, man, I've had so many people, so many strangers reach out to me, and man, I got a job for you tomorrow. If you come down here, I can get you rolling tomorrow. Sending cash apps or something like that, and we've never been the type that accept, hey, I don't need nothing, this how I don't need nothing, man, you ain't gotta send me nothing, I know you gotta do for your family too, that type of stuff. But this time, I was like, you gonna accept whatever God send your way. And if He's sending them people to do something for you, you take it and you say thank you. And it's been more from strangers than the people I knew from this big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It be like that sometimes. And sometimes a moment like this is showing you who should be and who should be in your community. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody ain't for every time. Some people are gonna phase out of your life for various reasons. Like when y'all had y'all first kid, some of the people that you used to hang out with, they weren't willing to hang out with you no more. You got kids now. You responsible now. You married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the married thing.
Yeah. I lost a lot. Like,
We don't lose a lot of people, but like,
no, we did. No, you didn't.
no,
No,
I'm not gonna say we lost. I'm not gonna say lost.
because they get energy.
There you go.
Yeah, because we don't do a lot of this. My first baby, she taught me how to really grow up. You know what I mean? And I grew up quick. I mean, I always did my own thing, even without children. But when she came, it made me treat women better. It made me treat my mom better, my sisters, cousins, all of that better. She helped me grow up because I was a hoe. I was out there. I was little streets before that even was a thing. You know what I mean? But when my daughter came, it was like, I'm talking about respect.
Gotcha. You know, I'm gonna speak to that for a second. There's a way to be a promiscuous man respectfully and honestly. You know what I'm saying? I think society, when we young, pushes us to feel like we gotta manipulate and maneuver and navigate forward. So even that sentiment, like, there's a way to not be in relationships, engage with women, be honest about engaging with those women, and that's fine.
Nah, I was none of that.
No, I'm just saying that to say, like, when I had these conversations with boys, it's like, instead of them spending the time engaging the way you were engaging, how can we have them engaging in a healthier way? You rather your girls be out here with dudes who think like you now, not like you then.
Yep.
So when I talk to boys, I let them know, hey, look, respecting women is important.
Yeah.
Respecting their energy is important. Being honest about your intentions is important, right? These things are important. So I just wanted to put that piece in there.
And now you have to tell girls that. Like, it's like the roles have switched. And the TikToks and the Instagrams, the things that my girls see on social media, I have to go at them raw, rugged, and teach them. And I have to teach them, hey, don't do these boys wrong just as well as I would teach a boy not to do these girls wrong. And man, it's a job.
Yeah,
It's a job. I tell them what I did, how I came up, what I did to females. A lot of the regrets I made, I had because I did good females wrong. You know what I mean? And probably did bad females good. You know what I mean? So I try to explain that to them.
Yeah.
This is what Dad did. I ain't always been this person.
Yeah.
Man, and I'm glad you brought it up about saying it to young men because Lights On Podcast will be having a leadership workshop.
Leadership workshop.
May the 2nd. We still have about 7 spots open. For young men, 12 to 17. It'll probably
I'm good.
that's
Give me a 3-day reminder.
I'm very excited. So Eddie will be there. He gonna speak to. We got great speakers coming. We providing lunch for the boys.
Wait a minute. Ain't no lunch in here now? See what I'm talking about?
And
I think you told me it was gonna be some in here.
hey, when the way you just did, we just talk about that food.
No, that's the way you just did.
You did. Didn't nobody else. Somebody else just come in and say, yeah, Pete, you did. Excited. It's content. I'm a content creator.
That ain't
Talk
got
about
to do with the content. What you said? I done dipped off into cooking a little bit. You like, ching.
Look, I can't be mad, man. I'm in it. I'm into deliciousness. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong with you. I'm with you, but that ain't what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I tell y'all, man, hey, this was a great conversation today. I appreciate y'all coming through. Eddie, give them your information. And I'm gonna make sure I put it on the bottom of the screen too.
Eddie Sharp, licensed professional counselor. Restoring Hopes is my counseling agency. You can find me at 706-590-2630, my direct number. And Eddie be talking on all platforms. If you're trying to find out what a good place to eat in Birmingham is, on TikTok, scroll down, and you can hear more kind of like what I'm talking about here.
Edit. Edit me talking.
Hey man,
Look it up.
hey man, say some of these people.
Hey, look, man. It's been a blast. Johnny Palmer on Facebook. All the rest of them, I go on there and I be looking at Costco, so don't even go on there. And thanks for having me today.
Man, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all coming. You know, we hope we can do it again sometime soon. I appreciate everybody for watching. All your sisters on here. All of them on here. All your sisters on here.
I'm famous.
Like I said, thank everybody for watching. 2 Lions, 1 Mic. Please go to YouTube, Spotify, subscribe. Run these numbers up for me, y'all. Like I said, Leadership Workshop, May 2nd. Young men, 12 to 17. We got about 6 spots left. Inbox me or just comment under the video, and I'll make sure to get the form to you. Hey, appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
I need help trying to figure this out.
God, I need a way out. So please just make a way. God, I need a way out. To escape from all this pain.